It was 8 years since I'd been to the south of France, and I wondered whether it had stayed the same, gone downhill, or maybe improved. From my window seat, the weather was beautiful as I flew into Nice, with the southern Alps in the distance. The pilot gave us a grandstand view as we came to the south coast, and we saw it all laid out below. San Rafael, the red mountains of Estoril, and the Ile de Liron near Cannes. Then he flew out to sea to get lined up for Nice's runway by the sea. It was an incredible approach. The first thing that had changed since I last went to Nice was there was a tram system instead of the bus along the promenade. My ticket didn't work getting out the tram turnstiles, not a great start. The Avenue John Medson seemed much busier than I remembered it, but I don't have any footage as it was too busy to film. Also, there seemed to be far more homeless people in the city than I remembered. But other than that, the city was as I remembered it. Beautiful architecture and streets, great fountains, and if I got up early, quite peaceful. My memory of Nice was it was kind of a blessed city, which was why I kept going back there. And while it still largely felt like that, the homelessness problem that is affecting France was noticeable here too. Nowhere near as bad as the UK, it still seemed to be a rising issue. I'd never felt the need to be too careful in Nice before, but now I find myself feeling more aware of my surroundings.
Called you up when I saw it, took a breath when I walked it off.
I went down to the beach first thing most days, and the sea was beautiful and still. The weather was a mix of sunshine and overcast, with the sea changing colour to reflect this. Azure blue in sunshine and grey when overcast. The beach felt as it always had done, one of the reasons I keep going back. A couple of people looked like they had slept on the beach, but that wasn't uncommon going back to the 90s, when backpackers would often sleep on the beach, with people sometimes waking them up or finding them. Now though, the sleepers looked more like migrants or homeless, but there was only a handful and they looked harmless. The walk up Castle Hill by the old town is as beautiful as ever, past the cemetery and rock waterfall. As you get higher, the views of the city get better, and you can see the curve of the beach stretching away into the distance towards the airport. Down below is the Cours Soleil market, with a line of palms to the left along the beach road. There are several viewpoints, not all of them busy with tourists. Buskers are scattered around the hilltop area, and there's a cafe where you can get drinks, ice creams and snacks. Groups of people were doing exercises such as yoga and Tai Chi, and it's still a very pleasant place to be. I can't get enough of the views from up there. The red roofs of the old town are down below, looking peaceful from above. In the cracks you can see its narrow streets busy with tourists. More tourists as I come a month later than last time. Looking down from the other side of Castle Hill, the port is laid out below. A mix of ships, sailing boats and luxury yachts. It's one of the largest ports on the Côte d'Azur and a hive of activity. You can stay a while and watch the boats going in and out of the port.
must be a place.
The new tram system comes under the hill to make its last stop by the dock next to a strange sculpture. The portside houses are full of character as ever. There are many small traditional colourful boats called pointus in the harbour. These are historic wooden fishing boats of the region, and some were pulled up on the dock for maintenance. In contrast, there are also large pleasure boats moored, the largest being a Club Med ship that was in port while I was there. But the scene is generally relaxed and there is space for many different types of boat. Of course, the food in France is one of the main reasons to go, and the market is busy on food days with many delicious looking options. My favourite budget Chinese restaurant was still there too. Walking past the port, you come next to the sea again, and it's the sea that draws me back to the region. Le Plongier restaurant has some good views of this side of the waterfront, with good seasonal food. A tad pricey, but you're paying for the sea view. Out at sea, a lone swimmer in a black wetsuit enjoyed the ocean, while the ladies on the diving boards looked on. An overcast day making the sea look grey rather than its usual deep blues, but still beautiful. On the lookout for new experiences in the city, this time I found an Asian arts museum. With exhibitions of 4 Asian cultures, both the art and buildings architecture was stunning, and I was really glad I found it. Next to it, Phoenix Park, an enjoyable green space in the city. Park Botanical Garden, tropical greenhouse, and Park Zoo. It's a good place to spend an hour or two before catching your flight. You never know what you might come across in there. Though I'm generally not a fan of zoos, it was very well kept. With a good outdoor cafe you can get something to eat at a reasonable price and enjoy both the outside space as well as the indoor spaces. Both the park and Asian Art Museum were opened in the 90s, but I'd never come across them before, and it's great to keep finding new experiences in the city. So whether you are flying in for a quick visit, or arriving by ship, or maybe you've rented a car or other mode of transport to explore the region, you'll still enjoy Nice. For me, I was next heading to the train station. My journey wasn't over, and in the next video I will explore further France's beautiful Côte d'Azur. Thanks for watching.